Hello guys, in this session I'm going to discuss some of the day-to-day basic Linux commands which will be useful for your day-to-day administration activities and all the day-to-day activities. So basically when we see the basic commands, there are a lot of commands in Linux. So I'm just going to show a couple of them which will be useful for day-to-day activities. So normally we call as print working directory pwd, so that's my current directory or working directory what we call, and it's I'm currently running from /home/g collection. And the next command is used for listing the directories or files which we'll be using ls. So it shows the files in row wise. So if you want to check long listing, ls-l, which shows the list of files over there and the permissions. This is a user and the group owner, and is a owner group, and then the permissions which is available over here. And in future videos I will just explain about the permissions, all those things. And then we have couple of commands like ls-a to list all hidden files as well. And whatever the directory or file calls with starts with a dot, we call it as a hidden file or hidden directory. If you want to list it in a long listing, you can use it combination of both. So you can see that it's showing the files as well as the hidden files. And when you do the long listing, you can make a difference like the first letter which stands for D says that's a directory. And if you have something like hyphen at the first column, the first row, it shows that it says that's a file. So you can make the difference, something like that. And you have something like ls-t, ls-lt. So if you see ls-lt, I think it's same thing. And if you use ls-ltr, it shows the difference. You can see here, it lists the contents in the reverse order. So the latest file, which is created on September 13, 11, 2, that comes at the end. And the file, which is the old one, it comes on the top. So it's something like to sort in reverse order. And there is one more thing which we can use, LH, which shows the file in user human readable format. So you can see here it's a 2.6K and this is a 2610 byte, something like that. The difference you can make it with a hyphen H. So that will be the most useful option while we are checking the size of the files. So it's a most probably we can use something like this, so which shows in a reverse order. At the same time, you can see the files with human readable format and with the hidden files as well. So those are the basic listing commands which will be used for our day-to-day activities. And like next we have directory management, something like you can change to the directory. And I'm currently pwd. I can change it to slash, and you can see I'm in a root directory, which we call as a root directory in Linux. And I can see that unless there will be multiple directories over here. And if I want to switch to the last working directory, you can use the cd dot dot slash slash, which goes back. And we can't go back because the root is a topmost directory. So I wanted to switch to my previous directory, which was there before switching to this directory. You can use cd hyphen, which changes to the previous directory where I was working in this. And right now I'm in the same directory, and you can see the files over there. Now I wanted to switch to one directory back, and just you can check I'm inside /home, and I have only one user account created, so you can see only one user ID over here. Now if I want to switch to the different path, which /var, where we have logs. So if you want to switch to something like the different path, you can give this path, which we call this is absolute path. So, and this is like less, you can find log files. This we call as absolute path, where we'll be giving complete path while switching. So if I go back and go back and then select home, so it's something like I'm going slash topmost directory of root and then I'm switching to the home directory. So this is how in two ways we can switch to other directories, change to other directories. And that's about basic changing directory commands which we use in day to day. And like, let me switch to my home directory now. No, if you want to, wherever you are there, if you want to switch to your home directory directly, you can use this still with the CD. So it takes you to your home directory path. So right now you can see I'm inside my home directory. That means user home directory. So that's most commonly used change directory commands, CD commands. And then we have something like mkdir to create a directory. Before creating a directory, let me show you this mkdir test. So now you can make the difference. So test.sh is the file which is empty or hyphen, and test is a directory which is having d at start of the permissions. So is how we create a directory. And if you want to remove the directory, if it is empty directory, you can create remove directly. So now the directory is removed. And let me show you one more difference here. And for creating empty file, we will use the touch command. So you can go to test, and then I'm creating file one, and you can use file two test dot file three, something like that. So now you can just check it out. Inside we have inside test directory we have file one, file three, so something like that, which we have created the files. And if you try to delete, and if you try to delete this test directory now, it is not going to delete because the directory is not empty. So you have to delete these files manually, or you have to delete the directory after deleting those files. So this is the major this is the major thing. We have to be careful while running these commands like rmdir or rm. So if you try to remove that something like file, it cannot remove the directory. So if you want to remove completely recursively, we will use hyphen r, and it goes completely. So now you can see it's gone. And sometimes if you want to delete completely with a forceful, you can use hyphen rf test. So it will completely remove the directory forcefully. So this is a major removal commands which we use on the directories or files, and which we should be careful while removing or deleting something like that. If you do something like when you have sudo privileges, or if you are in a root home directory rm hyphen slash rf slash, if you give, that's all, your complete the file system will be corrupted and gone, so your OS will get crash. And something like if you do slash etc slash star, all your configuration files will be gone and you will not be able to modify the files, or the system may get unresponsive. So while using this rm commands, be careful to use them. Now I have some so let us recreate those. Okay, I have some uh, public and private key files over here, and I'm going to create one RSA directory. So if you see, I have a directory over here. Now I wanted to move these files which are outside. I can use star. So whatever call is and starts with, oh sorry, I should not use this because the directory is there. So let me use that RSA star. This should RSA, and RSA should move to slash RSA directory. So I'm just moving that file inside RSA. So my private key I have moved inside the directory. Now the move command which I wanted to show you, it will move the file over there. Now I wanted to move this, copy this public key inside that directory, and which will be going, which will be having the file over here, and also inside that college RSA directory. So it's something like it's keeping a copy and copying that file into that directory. And other one is move command, which can rename the files. So now right now in my directory I have some college underscore RSA pub to test dot pub. So it not only moves the file, it also renames the file. Now you can see that I have test.pub file, which is this file. So that's how we will manage the files and directories in Linux, and we will create empty files over there. And in my next session, I will show a couple of commands which will be used to create files, and then useful to troubleshoot the log files, to read the files in different ways, all those things. And that's all for this session. These are some basic commands which we use it in day-to-day activity to manage the files and the directories in our um, working environment. So I hope you got some informative session, and please like and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in my next session. Thank you.